Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Waldhart, and you're here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Welcome to this week's Weekly Wednesday. It is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving early to everyone. I hope that tomorrow brings you lots of joy, and I hope you enjoy your family and friends time. All right, so today, actually, I'm really excited to get into all my Christmas treats because I love doing 3D treats. So I've been like collecting all these wonderful Christmas treats in the stores, thinking of what kind of boxes and different things that I can do with them. So clearly next month is going to be all about fun Christmas treats. But I had to do one more pumpkin because tomorrow's Thanksgiving and I feel like I needed to do one more pumpkin thing. So we're going to be using 2 bundles today. And let me just share with you what we're going to do. We're going to do this matchbook treat. I love doing matchbook treats. Whew, say that fast. I think they're fun. They're easy. I mean, they're just really cute. So we're going to use this Russell Stover pumpkin sea salt caramel. Granted, these came out at Halloween time, but it was a pumpkin on it. It didn't say Halloween, so that's what I'm going to use. So it's super cute. So we're going to do that. And then we're just going to do a little matching card. And the card can say anything on it. I put, I miss you. It could be grateful. It could be whatever you want it to be. So we are using 2 different bundles today. So for the pumpkins, we're using the Hello Harvest. This will be the last time I use the Hello Harvest this season. And I really enjoyed this stamp set. So I did a lot of wonderful things with it. So we're going to be using the flower out of it, the pumpkin out of it. But for the Saints, notice in the little tags, I actually pulled out my cup of tea bundle. I love this bundle. I have used this numerous times. This is truly one of my favorite bundles. I really, 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 truly, it's in the annual catalog and I hope it carries over. Of course, I won't know that. This annual catalog goes until April. So hopefully it carries over. I really enjoy this one. The dies actually came with this little tag. And then I used the I miss you and the enjoy. So that's what we're going to be using. I wanted to add some green to it. So I pulled out my Bowels punch. I always want to say bowels. I know it's not your bowels. I know. And I know that sounds super crazy and weird and funny all at the same time. But sometimes when I get going really fast, I'll be like, yeah, and I'll use my bowels punch. And I'm like, no, there is no such thing as a bowels punch. It is a bowels punch. Bowels. Oh my gosh. See, now I'm confusing myself. I need to stop. This is the punch we're using. Okay, I'm done. Whew. Okay. All right, so let's get started. I'm super excited. Let's start with the treat first. I always like to start with the treat first. Okay, so I'm going to bring out my Simply Score tool. Also, if you are not a YouTube subscriber of mine, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. If you like the projects today, please click like or comment. And also listed below is a free printable project sheet on both of these projects. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, I share this every Wednesday. Every Wednesday I come on here for my weekly Wednesdays, and every Wednesday underneath the link, I have a project sheet that has colored pictures of the projects. It has the measurements and the supplies, and now I'm sharing with you the instructions. Okay, so that is free to you. All right, so this is 3 by 9.5, and we are going to score this at a 1/2 inch and then 5. That's how easy this matchbook is. Super easy. You don't have to pause to remember the measurements because, like I said, that's all in the thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score on my score lines with my bone folder just because I want to varnish in those creases. And then I have a couple different things going on here. For the sake of the video, I've already done a little tag, But I have a scrap piece of Bermuda Bay for the flowers, a scrap piece of Cajun Craze for the pumpkin, and then I have some scrap pieces for my little greenery, like little leaf thingies. And then I'm using the designer series paper that comes, I'm using the Early Espresso. It comes in the 6x6 packs that we have, like in the brights, neutrals, in colors, subtles, regals. So I'm not going to use the stripe side, although the stripe side would be very cute too. But I liked the flower side, so we're going to use that. Or maybe I should use the stripe side this time so I have one of each. You know what? Let's be rebels. All right, so I'm going to actually do the stripe side. So I'm just going to place this right in the center here. We're going to go like that. And then we're going to punch out some of our little greens here. We'll do that. And you know what? I need 2 of these because I need one for my card. So let's go ahead and let's do that too right now while we're at it. And oops, I just cut that one off. And we'll punch twice for the card. All right. All right, so and then I'm going to save this piece for another scrap. And then we have that's completely done. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp. And actually, while we're at it, we need 2 of these pumpkins. So we're going to do them both together. So I have 2 scrap pieces here. We're going to ink this up. And we're going to use Cajun Craze right on top of Cajun Craze. Just like that. Let's do some stamping first, and then we will go and we'll run it through our cut and emboss machine. So there's that. Now we have 4 total of these little cute, adorable flowers. So we're gonna do all 4 of them right now on this, and hopefully we have enough space to do this. 2, 3, and 4. There's that. All right. And let's also stamp, since we're stamping. We only have 2 more things really left to stamp, so let's stamp our sayings on our little tags real quick. And then we'll just start assembling everything. Well, we got die cut first, and then we'll start assembling everything. So hopefully everybody is almost ready for Thanksgiving. For those of you who hosted at your house, we hosted at our house. My husband and I do, and it's usually my my parents and my brother and his family. Sometimes my aunt and uncle. So yeah, sometimes my cousins every once in a while. Looking forward to it though. I am looking forward to just a relaxing day. So, all right. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and let's I'm going to bring out my little mini cut and emboss machine, because I love this thing when I'm doing little things like this. And I have this right here we're going to place, and I'm going to use this little piece of washi tape here so that it doesn't slide. Although, I need my little flower. What did I do with my flower die? I hope I didn't lose that. Maybe I didn't bring it out. Let's check. I might not have brought it out. Oh, nope, there it is. Whew. It's not unusual for me to, forget to grab it, but it's also not unusual for me to drop them. I have one of these by my desk. I don't know if you guys have ever used these before, but it's just like a little metal dish that they put like nuts and bolts in. See, look at my thing is sticking. So when I'm using my little dies, I like to throw them in there so that I don't lose them. And right now, this thing actually sticks to my stand that is holding my camera right now to record this. But I will say that a lot of times what ends up being in there is extra bows that I make. So there's that. All right, so let's go ahead and also place this in there, and we're going to let's see here, line that up. And I have another little piece of washi tape because we're going to have to run that through 4 times. So there we go. Had to get that started there. All right, so there's that. And there's one pumpkin and one flower. And let's try this again on flower 2 and pumpkin 2. Oh, there we go. All right. I'll just, sometimes I gotta get this like, okay. There we go. I just need a little push. I do wish these things had like better grips on the bottom. Of course, I have my grid paper underneath, so it's not gonna really go anywhere. It's gonna slide everywhere anyway. But all right, so let's just, while we're at it, we're just gonna do these last 2. I'm just going to run those through. And one more. So how many of you have this mini cut and emboss machine, and how many of you love it? I really do like it. I like to use it for obviously little things. That's what it's for. But sometimes, especially because it's lighter it's easier to crank. So sometimes if I'm doing multiple things, I like to just pull this out first. All right, so we don't need that anymore. We're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna get my little station back here working. All right, so we have all of our stuff. Let's get all this stuff. There's my hostess code. If you guys need any specials. I also want to share with you, beginning yesterday, actually, on Tuesday, all of my tutorials in my tutorial store are 50% off for my Black Friday special. So beginning yesterday on the 22nd, all the way till Sunday. So if you go to amandasinspirationstation.com, all of my tutorials are 50% off. I also have where if you spend $50 with me and you use this hostess code, you will get a free Wink of Stella from me. Also now until Sunday. So 2 specials going on. And I have lots of tutorials from my tutorial store. So lots of different classes that were bundle classes, treat classes, lots of fun things. So hop on over there to the tutorial store. That link is also below and everything is 50% off. Okay, so before we deck this out, let's get this in first. Now I'm going to staple this at the bottom, but I don't want this flopping out. I'm kind of one of those that I like to just adhere it in. So I'm going to use a little bit of my tear and tape, and I'm just going to put it on the back of my treat. And then I'm going to peel this off, and I'm going to place that in there. So it's in there. And then I'm just going to take whatever, oh look, I have a mint stuck in my stapler. Whatever stapler you have at home, if you have a craft stapler, whatever staple you have at home, you're just going to staple that because you're just securing that down a little bit more. And then you're just going to be able to tuck that in. Okay. Now I should have stapled it a little bit lower, so it gave more of a tab, but it works. I have a tab, so we're good. All right, so now I'm going to use my dimensionals, and we're going to pop up my little pumpkin here, just like that. Now with the tag, I'm just going to use, actually for the tag, I'm just going to use a glue dot because I'm going to attach that there. And we're going to use a glue dot for these little leafy things, and we're going to use it for the linen thread bow. So I'm going to pop that off. We're just going to kind of tuck it in like that, pop it off. We're just going to tuck it in like that over to the side, kind of just to add a little extra. Now I'm going to use some dimensionals here, and I'm actually, for these ones, let's see here. I think these might be, nope, they're not too big. I was going to say I might need to pull out my mini dimensionals, but they are not too big. So we're just going to go ahead and use them. I didn't want to use these ones though, because these are all my remnants from around. And I'm just going to add these, however, in what direction I want to, like that. And then we need a bow. So I have my little bow maker here, and I have my linen thread. So I want my bow to be double. So I'm going to double my linen thread like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around the back and bring both pieces forward. I'm going to cross. The piece that's on the top, I am now going to tuck through the 2 pegs so that it's in the back. So I have one in the front, one in the back. The back one now is going to come back through the 2 pegs. And then I'm literally just going to tie this in a knot right here like this. I'm going to pull tight. I'm going to snip off any of the extra. And then I have this double bow. I love this bow maker. I don't think I could live without the bow maker. And I do have a video way back in the beginning of my channel, or near the beginning, of just on how to use the bow maker. And so then we're just going to put that over the tag right there, over the little bit of the hole right there. And there you have it. Super cute, super easy. I will say I was a rebel and I did the stripes, but I think I do like the flowers behind it. I think it pops more with the flowers. But you know what? We tried something new. Okay, so now let's do our, oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to be even more of a rebel. So we did the stripes on the card. Let's do the flowers on the card then. We'll just do the opposite because that sounds like fun. All right, so I have regular piece of early espresso cardstock, and our base is going to be 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to either score it at 4 1/4, or you can fold it in half. Either way, use your bone folder. Okay. Now, we have 2 pieces that measure the same. We have our inside white piece for stamping a saying on the inside or writing. And we also have our first layer of our card. Now, our designer series paper, first layer. So both of these measure at 4 by 5 1/4. So we're just going to place both of them flat. So there's my flat inside. We're not going to use the stripe. We're going to use the flower side. So we're just going to do the opposite of what I originally did, so we can see the difference. Okay, so there's that. Now, this is the largest stitched square that is in the Stylish Shapes. And then this piece here measures, I believe, at 3 by 3. Yep, it's a 3 by 3. So we're going to place this flat in our 3 by 3 cardstock piece. But then we're going to flip this over because we are going to use dimensionals to pop that up. We're going to do that. And I'm going to put one in the center. I always put one in the center. We don't want a saggy center. All right. Especially because you're putting the pumpkin there. So we're just going to kind of place that right about there. And we have our pumpkin. So let's, oops. I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff here. All right, let's pop our pumpkin. We'll do that. And we then have our little flower. So we're going to do that. Place that there. Now, again, we're going to use the mini glue dots here to adhere the tag. We'll do that like that. Now, for the sake of the video, I've already done a bow. I made one earlier prior to the video to save a little time, since I just showed you how to make one. So we'll place that there. And then again, we're going to use the mini glue dots to tuck these in. Just like that. And I also just realized, I think the color that I originally used was Old Olive, but this green that I grabbed is Pear Pizzazz. I'm just now looking at it. So yeah, a little bit different shade of green, but that's okay. They both look fabulous, and we changed it up anyway. So this is what creating is all about, is changing it. All right, so I gotta tell you, I really, yeah, there's our opposite. Cute. I think that's adorable. All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Remember to hop on over to my tutorial store. They are 50% off. Also, if you need to purchase any product or supplies, use this hostess code. If you spend $50 or more, you will get a free Wink of Stella sent to you from me. I would appreciate that, and that is my gratefulness, giving you a gift for ordering with me. And I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week, Wednesday. Bye, everyone.